What's up, guys? Welcome to today's mobility flow session. Today we're going to slam out these hips, get them nice and loose. I got some challenging pieces for you today. So I want to make sure that you have something to elevate your hips for later on. You can stack up some towels. I got a yoga block there and then a foam roller to get started. So all you got to do is follow along with me. We're going to get these hips to loosen up. So we're going to spend about a minute just kind of working on getting these glutes just to tell our body to kind of relax a little bit. We're not actually breaking up any tissue or anything, but we're just giving the nervous system a little bit of input that we are going to be working here and trying to release some tension. We're going to be working a lot in the 90-90 position. So let's just spend about a minute each side, just hitting these glutes. The same side that's on the foam roller, I want you to stack that leg up and just kind of roll back and forth, feeling out some tender spots. And we can drop down, just kind of roll to the front a little bit. And then let's go ahead and change sides. So a lot of back pain actually stems from having stiff hips. So today we're going to work on loosening up those hips and some challenging rotation movements, adding rotations while getting into a deep 90-90 position. And the better we can move, the better we can perform, the better we can live and be pain-free. So follow along and let's get after it. Kind of working the hip front side a little bit. Work the back side, just to loosen up a little bit before we get in here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this 90-90 position. So what I'm talking about here is having 90 in the front, 90 in the back, and we're trying to get into this position here. Show you what that looks like in front. Right there. Actually, I might turn my whole deal to face you so you can see what's going on here. And this position is very, very challenging itself just to be in here. So what you might have to do is you have to elevate this back hip, and now I can get into a lot easier position. But we are trying to strengthen your in range of motion. So I want you to do your best to not use that. Even for myself, I'm going to work that position. What we're going to do is 3 reps of a 5-second hold of wood choppers. So it'll look like this. We're going to chop this way, and then I'm trying to get my body to chop all the way over here. If you can use no hands, great. I can't rotate as much as I want to. You can, let me see if I elevate this hip. Now I can get a lot better rotation. You're going to feel that in your oblique. So level 1, no block. Level 2, use your hand. Level 3, use the block. So wherever you're at, let's go ahead and get it going. I'm going to challenge myself to not have any block. I'm just not going to get as much rotation. I might change after each rep, but here we go. So let's take it down here, take it up, trying to rotate to your left for 5. Digging into that hip, 2, 1, take it down the other way for 5. And you're going to feel your hip and your obliques big time. Rotate now and put the hand down to get a big rotation for 5 seconds. Breathing in, pushing that right knee into the floor. Trying to get as much rotation in the upper back. Taking it down to the other side for 5. Each breath, trying to get a little bit deeper. And then one more time, just going to show you with the elevated hip. Now I can really open up a little bit. This is where we want to have our body moving. Good squeeze. Working that in-range position. Working up a sweat already. And go ahead and relax. Okay, so we're staying this same side. Now we're going to try to, we chopped towards the leg this way. Now we're going to chop down here and open up the opposing. All right, so let's get a little fold, floss out the hip just a little bit, couple of pumps, and then let's get straight into it. So now I'm chopping down here. I'm gonna use my hand for some support for 5 seconds, pushing down hard into the floor, using the obliques, and then I'm gonna open up and twist as much as possible for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm trying to rotate to my left with no support, getting those obliques to work. 3, 2, 1, opening up for 5 seconds. Each breath getting a little deeper twist. 3, 2, take it down. I'm going to use the hand to really push my right hip into the floor and get a big twist for 5. Really working the hip, pushing it down. 3, 2, 1. Last time, open up. Couple more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So we're going to stay into this position right here. You may have to bring this front leg in just a little bit. And what we're going to work on now is get-ups. So I'm going to use no hands and I'm going to actively push up. And it might be better if I change directions here now. I'm trying to get my hip to fully extend in that 90-90 position. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to push my hips forward. I want you to go down as slow as you can for 5 solid reps. So here we go for 1. Take it up. If you need some assistance, you can use your hand to help push you up. Number 2. Very good. Pushing your hip down slow. Take it up for 3. And on 3, I'm trying to really get my glute to push forward, squeezing the glutes. 2 more. And if we can get our body to be strong and move well in these complicated positions, when we get into our squats, our deadlifts, all that stuff is going to feel a lot better. So that's 5 there. So what I want to do now is I want to floss out this hip a little bit, kind of get some pumps up and down. And then we're going to get into some windmills here. So keeping the left foot out in front, I want you to do a get up and then have your right knee forward. And this left leg, I want you to kickstand it till we have a 90-90 position here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our left hand, rotate back, use your right hand to dig into your ankle and pull, to pull yourself down. So we're trying to go here, open up, open up, open up, try to get the elbow to the floor, and then rotating back. You can use your hand. If you're real mobile, you can get that elbow down there. You can use this hand to push out. And we're trying to open up here while creating rotation through the upper back. Let's get 3 more reps. Taking it down, clenching your fist, kicking the hip back. 3, 2, 1. Push the hip forward. Open it up. Adding in that rotation, using that right elbow to drive this knee out. Going down as far as you can, and then reaching in your back, and then coming back to the start position. So shake it out real quick there. That was our first side. Now we're going to work the other side, which is way worse for me. So I'm definitely going to need my block. So grab your block if you need that. And we're going to start with our wood chops. I will start facing you guys. So we're going right side first. Right side's out in front. And we are going to chop up here and then down towards the knee here. So the first variation I'm going to use is with the hand support. So here we go. Take a breath, posture up, and then let's chop. Open up, 5-second rotation. 3, 2, 1, and now I'm gonna let go of this hand to try to make that hip work. Although I'm trying to chop over here, I just don't have that range of motion. 3, 2, 1. Set number 2, we're gonna rotate. For my rotation, I'm gonna hook onto my left shin to make me get a little rotation. Wherever you're at, rotate as much as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chopping it down. Big rotation. Push that left foot into the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it up. Rotate, grab onto your shin if you need to. 5, 4. Rotate as much as possible. 3, 2, 1. Taking it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's tough. Couple of floss in the hips here. And then we're going to chop the opposite way. So we're going to chop down here and we're going to reach up there. So adding in rotation and movement through our hips will help us to be strong in these different positions. All right, so let's get it. So we chop down now this way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now trying to rotate this way here. 5, 4. You can see how the block would be really, really helpful, or just putting a hand down will help to get some more rotation. Rep number 2. Feel that oblique crunch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotating for 5. Pushing the hip into the floor for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get one more quality rep here, guys. Taking it down for 5. Really extending and reaching and rotating. 4, 3, 2, 1. Trying to rotate up with no hands now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Couple of floss in the hips, and then we're going to go straight to that windmill again. So let's now take that front leg up. Oh, not quite. We got to do those get-ups. So we're going right leg out in front still. You may have to transition just a little bit, and then we're going to work on those get-ups. 5 quality reps, all right? So bring in your knee just a little bit. Take it down slow. Feel that oblique work, and push into it for number 2. Take it down slow. Stretch that hip, get that oblique to work. Number 3. Good. Two more at your own pace. Number 4. And awesome. Hips are going to feel like butter. Let's go directly into that step. And then I'm going to rotate the opposite direction. Let's get that 90 here, open up here, and then we're going to work on that rotation. So remember, as I go down, I can use my left elbow to push out this hip and use my right hand to really open up. And then come forward. Let's get about 3 to 5 reps there, guys. Last thing we're doing here. Open up. Breathe in. Push that hip out. Squeeze that hand. Get that rotation. Let's get 2 more. One more time, guys. Last rep of the day. Really open up that hip. Get down as low as you can on the elbow. Rotating. All right. That's it for today's mobility sesh, guys. Be sure to tag us in your videos. Wherever you're at doing your mobility, whether you're doing your squat work or whether you're doing this mobility flow, tag us at K Squared Fitness. You guys keep training hard, and we'll see you in the next one.